learn more. That's what it says. Sorry. Welcome, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with Enchantress, the Bowler, that's me, on our evolutionary, revolutionary rise of high that is happening right now at this motherfudging time. Welcome. So, thank you so much. I appreciate everyone that is here. Whenever you are here, all of these messages are timeless. When you find yourself here, you find yourself here. May you enjoy all the mana that is shared. Either way, we're just gonna go right in. If you're interested in learning more about DIY, strategize, and having different kind of recipes and unique strategies and things that actually work and things like that, and you would like to learn more about those kind of things, I do have a subscription platform on Instagram for only 99 cents. Like, you get a quantum bang for your buck. It's not about the money. It's about the energy exchange and just the respect on that type of level of give and receive. When you do subscribe, you would be gifted immediate access to hundreds plus infinitely growing already content created exclusive for subscribers, only shared nowhere else, and you would be given immediate access to all of that, which you can devour. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, yeah, so I didn't know. Iggy. So welcome, right? We are cutting all cords, ties, in all spans of direction, space and time, dimension, reality, experience of all cords and ties to energies and entities known and unknown, seen and unseen, that do not need to be anywhere near us in any kind of way. We cut every single cord in every single direction and every single span, space, time, dimension, experience or whatever, like done, right? Gone. I haven't brought this out in a while. Haven't brought that one out in a while. So here we go. Seeds we sow. Let us see how we are going to begin. What wants to be brought to the surface? What needs to be expressed, articulated? Provider of prosperity and power, King of Pentacles. Okay. Let us crystallize the King of Pentacles popping up here in this story, right? If you want to look at it as an astrological configuration, we can look at that at the as the earth signs, right? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Right? Provider of prosperity and power, right? In your identity, in your house, in your identity, right? Manas, right? Your identity in your own humanity, what separates you from other living beings, right? Your provider of prosperity, touching the sun over here, the swogilo, right? Victory, mastery, positivity, right? What about prosperity? Right? So, confusion, illusions, the lovers. Okay. Here we go. Right? Water, go with the flow. The feminine aspects, confusing illusions, right? So for whomever this message is gonna be for, right? Here, let's fluff up there, right? Let's fluff this up, right? So there's a confusing illusions place, right? Between these lovers, right? Light through the dark, there's an opening. There's an opening, right? There's an opening through this little mini drama, right? Because certain needs are not being met, right? So, all right, so it's confusing, right? Because there's hidden knowledge, there's fate, there's destiny, there's things that need to be rebirthed, right? But look at you guys are protected, right? So for whomever I'm dealing with here, right, we're gonna continue and we're gonna go along, right? There's gonna be various whatever is that might come up, so take with it as you will for whomever this be for, right? So there's a situation here with a potential lover or a person that might be like King of Pentacles, right? So like one or both can be focused on, let's say, career or earthly needs or desires, stability in that kind of way. And I feel like there is like a union, some kind of together or potential to be together and stuff like that. But the confusing place is the hidden emotions, the hidden feelings. Like I feel like the focus could be on the attainment of the long-term goal, but during the short term, right, during this now time, so look at frozen and stuck, pulling trend, right? Someone might not be making moves, right? 6-7, right? Could be born in 1976, 1967, right? Could be life path 7, life path 6. So this too could be like lovers dry in their emotions if this is a couple, right? Communication, learning to communicate better with one another, right? So this is like right, so this is not necessarily bad or anything, but it's confusing, right? Because it could be like you guys could be great together, right? It's great together, great relationship together, but right now it's a little confusing because as great as it can be, the I want to say the emotional aspect, right? Like messenger of slow and steady, right? By the King of freaking Pentacles, right? So throat chakra clearing, right? We're gonna get some throat chakra clearing up in here too, right? So that two can communicate, right? Better, right? Sun energy, right? Because something wants to happen, something wants to travel, there wants to be movement, so communication needs to be had, right? Okay. Development of information and contracts, there's something, so a truth coming to the surface, right? The truth, like, so some kind of development, right, that wants to come in, right? This could be also for those that are not in a relationship, this could be the next step, right? So it's like going from friends to lovers, like, hey, I know I've been being nonchalant about this kind of stuff, but I don't see myself with anybody else. I would like to see how much more we can grow together. I don't want you to look elsewhere. That could be that too. That could be that too. Somebody doesn't want you to look elsewhere. They don't want you to look elsewhere because they want to be that one for you. I'm so sorry. I just realized I didn't have my hand in there. It's just like looking silly. Right? So yeah, so look at that. Like you could realize you'd be looking silly. Like to like, right, to stand up for someone, for something, to stand up for this love, to stand up for how you feel, right? Instead of keeping your guard up all the time, right? It's like let me say something, right? The fool, right? Going, right? Go, oh, whoosh, whoosh, overflowing emotions place right in the center of the heart, right? So for whomever this be for right here, right? So there's, right, you could be 36 years old, like 30 years old, right? You could be life path 3, life path 6, right? Ace of Cups, right? So let's bring some love into this too. The love is already there. It's just the expression of it. Right? Or just coming like emotionally satisfied place. Like overflowing, like, and like a renewal too for those that are married already, those that or maybe even a new, oh, like a surprise too. So let's say, oh, okay, so somebody that's let's say married already, maybe getting a new ring on your anniversary, or just maybe a, like, maybe they've been wanting to get you a better quality engagement ring or marriage ring or whatever the case may be, or something like that. Or just they want you to have the best. So like a renewal of something, like, whether it even be in the tangible, or planning a romantic getaway, a trip of some sort, like making that time to do that, right? Having like a like coming home and there's like roses thrown everywhere, like, I don't mean, like, and dinner made for you, and a whole menu on the thing, and a whole itinerary of activities that you get blindfolded for, and like fun stuff, like, and they dress you, or like this romanticism or something, like, well, I don't know, I'm seeing something like that, like, for whoever that's for, like, cute, like them dressing like some kind of emotional more development. It could even be cheesy, right? Because it could be like a cheesy kind of like love kind of thing, right? So it's like, all right, go, 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 go. I like cheesy love. I like cheesy love. I like cheesy love. Okay, cheesy love, not interested place, right? But let me see. I want more clarity because I'm getting, remember, this is a mixed crowd here, right? So justice, right? Okay, yes, okay. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, right? Grief and sorrow away. One more. No, that's too many. Right, grief and sorrow away fell over here too by needs not being met, right? But there's justice happening from this frozen and stuck place that seem not interested, right? So there's justice here, right? For all of this, right? Supporter of truth and protection, right? This could be Capricorn too, energy, because don't necessarily think of the devil as bad, but the devil can reveal the shadow side to a lot of kind of stuff, and also the sign of, right, you could be Capricorn, Libra, or have those in your chart too, and stuff like that. Life path number 6, life path number 2, um Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type of energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? So like, so don't be, right, so here, because this is 50-50 too, we have to say the truth too, like, don't allow for your own self-sabotage to deny you. So there's like addictions to your own conditioning, right? A way of being stubborn, or not seeing what's in front of you, right? Because too, that's like letting control, like, of thinking something's supposed to look a certain type of way, and because it doesn't look a certain type of way, the way that it is looking, you're not seeing. You get what I'm saying? So it's like someone trying their hard, that like someone doing their own romantic gestures, but you thought that the romantic gesture should look like this. And so when they go and they do their romantic gesture, you don't even see it, because you were looking for this other kind of gesture type of thing. Oh my gosh, let me share with you a story. I like this really happens. this really happened, not to me, but I got to truly observe this happen. Like, I was actually there. Okay. So this is not a third person account or anything. This is me witnessing this actually occur. I'm gonna do my best to not reference persons or years or what, but this was years ago anyway, so I don't even care, and I highly doubt any of these people that are in this story even watch my shit, and if they do, then you know who I'm talking about. That but this really happened, and I I even wrote about it in my diary. Because I couldn't believe that this happened, and it opened up my eyes even more. And at this time too, at this time in my life, I never saw myself getting married. It wasn't something that I saw because I didn't think that there was anybody out there for me. Like, that was my mindset. Like, there was not going to be anybody out there for me that I'm going to do this with anyways. So I had already come to terms with accepting that that was just the reality for me. And because I see this differently than most people, and it be so superficial and all this kind of stuff, that I'm since a little girl would say, is there any, like, that was part of the question, like, is there gonna be anybody as deep as me, like, that I connect with? Of course there's gonna be people that you're is deep, but like that you connect with, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, so this was around the holidays, and this couple, right, they had a child together. They had a son, a baby. And this couple, this female in particular, and this couple, right, wanted to get married, right? So, and like, this dude got the hint. So for this holiday season, he wanted to surprise her and propose. Okay. Oh my God. I can't believe that I witnessed this, right? So he wanted to propose. So everybody that knew that he was going to propose was excited, like, as you should be, right? Like, you're excited, oh, you're about to propose, like, they got a baby together and everything. And so they're about to propose. Tell me what. Poor guy goes to proposes. Okay, got down to everything. Surprise! She wasn't expecting it. And so you know that this witch did not like the ring. This witch ruined the whole proposal. This witch literally complained about the type of, what was this, like, totally emasculated this dude. I'm not laughing at that part, because I see why guys too can be traumatized by mean girls, not nice females that can truly ruin a dude. Too, like, it'd be vice versa. Like, girls be like, oh, guys are so bad, but girls be like, I don't like to gender specify, like, it's just where you are in your evolution, whether you're male or female, you are where you are. I'm not gonna go generalizations. I don't know. I couldn't, because I can't imagine, right? Like, where's the love? That was my question. My question was, yo, where's the love? Because love? Where's the love? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, how dare you? Like, well, they had a horrible, toxic relationship anyways. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I can't imagine that the person that I absolutely love, adore, have a child with, proposes to me. He can give me a freaking well, I already made it known that if I if I get engaged, guys, like for real, like this is for real, because I get claustrophobic and I don't wear rings and stuff like that. I have rings. But I truly like the ring itself has to be so lightweight, like it's almost practically um invisible. Not invisible, but like a thin band, like really thin, like where I don't feel it. And especially because I use my hands a lot and I travel through a lot of variations of heat, cold, and my hands are a huge part of like my own spirituality. I should wear gloves. Sometimes I do. You know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so, um, yeah, so that, but they're gonna already know that has to be thin, and I'm not sharing my ideas of what it is that I want on mine because I do have ideas. Right, if that has to go down, I have some ideas and stuff like that, but um yeah, so I'm like, where's the love? But either way, if the person that I love or whatever the case may be, whatever they choose, like granted you want your style, but that just should already be an automatic red flag about the symmetry, right? Because you would think that the person that you love and that is with you, like, you're gonna pick the right ring. I don't know how to explain that. Even if it's not the right ring and it's not the forever ring, and later on you change it, like let's say you have like you're on a budget and like you don't get to get the ring that you would really want to get, and so the goal is later on you get the ring that you really want to get, but like whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. Like this is just so fucking superficial. I used to even say at one point that we get tattoos on our fingers or something like that, but no comment. Um, no comment. But yeah, so this really happens, and what an ungrateful bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean to call names and stuff like that, but like that was just like horrible and horrifying and emasculating. And I felt so bad. Look, I spit on this. I felt so bad for the dude, but like, what can I say? That was the evolution that they were both on, and stuff like that, and whatever the case may be. Hold on. But yeah, so like I'm really not with emasculating or just like making people feel like shit, period. Like, but definitely like especially females that insult men or make them like just emasculate them. Like I don't know. I don't go to do things like that. I don't want to embarrass anybody or make them feel any less than. That I just think that's horrible. I just think that's so horrible. And you have that like in society, like people calling nice guys like, oh, don't be such a little bitch, or like, and things like that. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's what I'm dealing with now. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh my goodness. Look at your dancer. Ebony, no. Oh my goodness. Do not rub everything. I cannot. When you have animals. She just woke up, so she want me right now. Okay. Hey, stop it. Ebony. You know that dancer that you can see on the camera. Look at that. Oh, that guy. Oh my that sound? Sit down. This is what new moons and full moons do, guys. Get out of here. Come on. Look at the phone. Oh my goodness. Stop it. Get down. So before she comes back, right? So for this love story, right? Because it's always a 50-50 crowd, right? What further insights do we have? Ascending, right? So look, transcending obstacles, learning expansion, right? A new phase, preparing for union. So that's good, right? So yeah, ascending past that which is challenging, right? And may have been not so easy, right? So the expression, so too, that's what I kind of hear, like, so learning the love language of our partners is necessary. Learning our own love language too is important, right? So that you can recognize your own ways, right? Sunglasses, right? Watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out, right? So right. So like, you know how like too, that's what I mean. Like, so I was sharing that story, right? And focusing on the superficials, right? Um, sometimes we miss what is actually being shown because like, take off those rose-colored spectacles, right? And things like that. And so like part with the key, right? Be more welcoming to love, meeting the one, opening your heart, getting together. It's perfect, right? Like, so stop, right? I think I don't know if I posted it yet or have it, but it's just like, let me look to see. But it was a quote. Sometimes you have to let go of the picture of what you thought life would be like and learn to find joy in the story you're actually living, right? And I think that's just powerful. Right. So I think really, really allowing yourself to be open to an experience, right? With honest expression, right? To be vulnerable with somebody and feel safe with someone, that's something that's being tangible for you right now. Like with that King of Pentacles kind of energy, right? It's tangible, right? The things that you're creating is tangible, right? So if you're frustrated in a relationship, right? The self-sabotage right here, right? So that's what I feel like is being highlighted too. The tendency to, so I was talking about that too. I don't know what video and stuff like that, but nobody talks about when you enter a healthy relationship and how all your toxic comes up now, right? You may have been the one of getting away from all the toxicities that you were conditioned into, and you can't help the hand you were dealt, right? All you could do is make better out of that which you were dealt and not like succumb to that which was handed to you. Like, just because you were given shit doesn't mean you have to keep eating shit, like, you know what I'm saying? And so sometimes we don't see, like, you know, we think something is supposed to look a certain type of way. Like, you might be looking at the traditional methods of, oh well, if you meet someone and you become their friend, and you know there's like chemistry there, like, why are they not like putting the moves on me? Or they put the moves on you, you start dating, it's been 3 years, it's been 4 years, like, why are we not engaged? Or like, you know, oh wait a minute, okay, now we're engaged, what, you know, marriage, and mind you, that's condition. So you're missing the experience because you're looking so much at the how it's supposed to be. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, this is like a couple that's been together for 5 or 6 years, and she's like, when are you gonna fucking propose to me? Like, some kind of shit like that. Or being a friend with somebody or whatever for the last couple of like years or so, and it's like, hello, like, when are you gonna realize we're meant for each other? Like, you know, shit like that. So it's like, you know, what's happening here, right? So but like, it's like spirit saying, like, look deeper than that superficial, because what you're having here and what you're building here, it's really something deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? It's so deeper than that, that you're ruining it. So it's like the same thing with that chick with the proposal. Like, the love is deeper than the fucking ring, and here you are ruining the moment, the proposal, because of a fucking superficial thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't, like, just because you think it's supposed to look a certain type of way, like, you know, put that shit to rest. Right? Because there's a new beginning, right? So for growth, for change, for liberation, this transition, right, that's taking place, right, being put to death, right, you're putting that to death, which doesn't serve. And then I look down and I see the fucking butterfly, right, relationships evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child, growth. So this is a great place to be. It's a great motherfucking place to be, right? One more for clarity, right? So breakup, separation, stop the pattern. That's right here, that message. Give the axe to the pattern, right? And don't do that silent treatment shit. I mean, be silent if it's opposed to being destructive. Be silent so you can be healthy in your communication, but don't be silent and not communicate and expect somebody to know what to say, because that's unfair, and you set people up to disappoint you when you don't even help them learn to communicate with you. You get what I'm saying? Like, see, like, so for example, like, even for someone like me, I tend to shut down. Like, I don't like to argue, I don't like to fight, and so I will shut down, right? But that's not healthy, and that's also kind of controlling, and that's also kind of manipulative. It's emotionally manipulative, because it's like, why won't you talk to me? But if I go into my conditioning, my mother used to do that to me, right? Instead of like, you know, like, she didn't do the physical abuse, right, like in that kind of way, but she played emotional thing. Like, if I didn't do something that she wanted, or if I was not listening in a way that was satisfying to her, right, she wouldn't talk to me. And I was dramatic, I was theatrical, and I would sing different songs, get on my knees. I used to do the Alvin and the Chipmunks, and be like, I'm sorry, so sorry, so sorry, mistakes. And I used to sing this, and she used to just stand there and ignore me until I did something too funny that she just couldn't ignore. But do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, these habits, these conditionings, these ways of, like, these patterns that we build are from our conditioning, doesn't necessarily mean that it helps us in our now. So it's best to identify that which we do and realize that we're aiming for a healthier, wealthier, stealthier, So emotional manipulation comes in many different various forms. You might think, oh, I'm doing us good by not saying something, because trust me, you're not going to want to hear what I have to say. Nah, you're being toxic there, and you're lacking in your own development of evolution and being able to communicate without having to come out sideways like that. And hey, let me figure out how I can speak to you with respect, with love, because that's what I have. I have respect and I have love for us, for we. And so I want to get through this too, you see. But I'm having challenge right now with some of my own emotions, my own anger, my own triggers that are taking place right now. And now you're coming from a truthful place. Now you're coming from an authentic place. Now you're coming from a real space. And anybody that is up against you and not able to receive you, that you coming from that space, then that's revelation. Then you gotta put something to the axe. Because it's like, excuse me, now you're not going to gaslight me. Now you're not going to pacify me. And now you're not going to ignore me either. You know, but granted, doesn't mean you get combative either. Because sometimes when you start speaking your own truth in your own language, people don't know that version of you. The same way that you don't know that version of you yet. And so it might take them a couple of tries before fully understanding where you're coming from, because you got to be consistent with that. You got to work yourself into that. You got to be consistent with how you're working your transits and stuff like that, right? And so, you know, it's all a developmental process. But these, when I'm talking relationships and stuff like that, I'm talking healthy, wealthy, stealthy. I'm talking about two healthy, wealthy, evolutionary beings. Doesn't matter what leveling of spirituality each or any of them are on, if they are on one or not. This relationship right here, it's about not self-sabotaging it, the current, because of your conditioned mind's view of how something is supposed to look, and it's not looking that way. So it's like, okay, understand that this view you have, you want to expand it, you want to be fair, you want to grow from this stuck, right, from the needs not being met and stuff like that. You want to transform this, and it's with wisdom, and it takes time, right? It takes time to work through certain kind of issues that one might have with someone else, in regards to learning the needs that each one is requesting from the other, that the other may not necessarily know how to give, or doesn't know what that looks like for them in their own language just yet. But when we get to the place of communication and we're both understanding, now I understand what you're asking me for now. Oh, that's a nice space to be in, because then it gives each person the opportunity to transit through that and find their shift of how that looks like for them. And anybody not being able to accept what that looks like from you, from your most truest space, they don't fucking deserve you then. And it's not that they don't deserve you, it's just that you're not, what, you're gonna overly try to please this person that will not be satisfied. It's like, it's not a match. You know what I'm saying? Even if you want it to be one. Right. So, yeah. What she said. Hold on 1 second. My cat. She's back. Ay, ay, ay. Cut it out. Don't be fighting. Don't bite me now. You know, bipolar. You be nice. You in my spot. Go over there. Excuse me. Welcome back. So, we are about to take a journey with our owl friends. So let me tell you, so I've always been drawn to owls and the goddess Athena and stuff like that. Where, you know, the goddess Athena is always, she's always drawn or seen with like an owl, which is sacred, right? So, either way, my journey with owls has long since been quite a journey because of, I'm gonna share with you the story. So about I want to say like 15 or 16 years ago, I decided to get a tattoo on my birthday. So I decided to get this tattoo on my birthday, and I had an image of kind of what I wanted and stuff like that. And when I went to get my tattoo done, to make a long story short, it wasn't what I wanted. So even upon finishing the tattoo and all this kind of stuff, like I was visibly upset because it wasn't what I wanted. So everyone that was with me was like, it's nice, and stuff like that, right? But it's besides the point. Like, it's nice, it's not what I wanted, right? So I didn't like my tattoo, right? But something began to happen. I started to see my tattoo morph, and in seeing it morph, I started to have a grander appreciation for it. So the butterfly, so the tattoo is supposed to be of a butterfly, but I don't call this tattoo a butterfly. I call it my owl butterfly. So I've spoken about this before and stuff like that, but my owl butterfly is here. Do you see what I mean? I know that it's upside down and stuff. It's upside down, but do you see why I call this my owl butterfly? So, and I swear I have a pet owl somewhere. Like I'm like when I like, you know, blah blah blah, because I don't share it too much, but when that blah, what my owl's gonna come to me. My pet owl that's free and stuff like that. But either way, the energies of the owl, our hold on. Let me get comfortable again. So, right, so the energies of the owl are excellent to summon, especially like even now in this like, oh my god. Hold on, please. Okay. So, so the one thing that I love about the energy of the owl, and even tied to the goddess Athena, is one of intelligence, of wisdom, courage, truth, right? So I find that working with the animal totem, spirit animal of the owl, right? It's excellent to to work with, especially in summoning a particular sight, a clarity that you may want to see, right? Because owls can see into the shadows, right? They dive deep, right? The meaning of owl symbolism is one to illuminate, one to assist you, one to educate, right? Because it's the summoning of the courage to see the truth, right? Owl spirit teaches us how to harness, right, the strength to open our eyes and look into the shadows, right? That's right. So it's reaching our highest of selves and truly seeing things from a spiritual perspective, an evolved space, right? So this is refreshing, right? When you can have these kind of vantage points that allows you to open these portals, these doorways into other realms and connect with different divas, ancestors, angels, guides, the divine, the universe, right? You're safe on the owl's wing, right? So an owl is a strong connection with the element of air, right? Air as it soars in the air, right? Intellect too, right? So traveling with the spirit of the owl is to bring us closer to heaven, right? And also soar through the akashics, the halls of the akashic, right? Just think Goddess Athena, sacred owl, right? Massive information, right? Owls here to reveal all the things that may remain hidden or unseen, right? So if you start working with owl, right, or you feel drawn to spirit animal wisdom of owl, right, it's because you're being opened into seeing things a new way, because you cannot deceive owl, right? Owl cannot be deceived. And owl also helps us to remain faithful to ourselves, to remain true to ourselves, to remain authentic, right? To our own voice, our vision, right? Because owl's a tough nugget, right? Like, does not tolerate illusions or secrets. It'll crush your skull, right? So owls, if there's skeletons in the closet, you can trust that owl will start cleaning house. Honesty is always going to be the best policy with owl in the midst. It's a wonderful supporting help in the spiritual awakening community to be greeted by owl. So treat it with respect. Owls are protectors, excellent companions, powerful manifestors. They're wise, strategic, watchful, mindful, intelligent. Did I say that already? The ancient Egyptians referred to owls as the gatekeepers to other realms, particularly the souls of the dead. Right? The job of owl was accompanying a soul so it doesn't get lost on the journey, right? Because people fear death. Which is why some people fear owls. They're majestic beings. Excellent navigators in darkness by bringing clarity, prophetic knowledge, prophetic visions, right? a strong connector to that which is etheric, transcendental. Right? The medicine of owl, the magician. How pretty. Right? The medicine of owl is look at this, all the elements tied to every single one of the elements here, right? In its truth, in its bounty, in its plenty, in its infinite, right? It's all knowing, right? It brings wisdom, stealth, right? Secrecy, silence, swift movement, seeing what truly exists there below the surface, keen sight, right? Messenger of secrets and omens. It's all about shape shifting. Being comfortable with the shadow self, the 10 of Cups, right? So here we are, 10 of Cups, right? And you're healing certain aspects of life that might have been sorrowful, sad, right? So you sit here like the student, building something new out of conflict too, right? It's out of conflict. But here you are, divinely tapped in, turned on, tuned into the deception, right? And here you are, having this floweth of overlooks some, so even for some pregnancy, so it's a shifting in relationship too, right? Look at Queen of Cups, right? So something hidden, 2 of Cups right here. This relationship is like this power couple, right? They mate for life too. I didn't even know. But look, 3 of Cups right here. After seclusion. That's the wheel. Right, I'm ending this. Look at I just don't know what this is. The lovers right here. Okay, but it took some time because you got the Knight of Pentacles. Right? Okay. And then even here, we're showing the Emperor. I'm gonna pick up what fell. Right? Wow. Right? Wow. Yeah, so for people that are single, right? It's a time of healing, seclusion, for your own inclusion, right? So that you don't get you're not counted out, right? You've never been counted out. For those of you healing that leveling of damn, is this ever going to be for me? Is this ever going to happen for me? Is this whatever, right? You're building in this magician that is you, and you're tapping into that ability to be able to magnify this truth for you, not the truth of the experience that what you perceive to have, which is loss or like missing or longing or something like that, or wishing and wanting and not having in some kind of degree or some kind of way, right? But getting out of your way, and then this conflict too, struggle too, arguments too with others as well that might not be seen on the same page as you in some kind of way, or even competition or something in that kind of way, right? Deception in that kind of way, but also self-sabotaging deception. So this is the parts that we're healing, right? The parts that was not in servitude of what is the greater picture of what we're creating and stuff like that, what you're creating, right? Because look at this love here. So yeah, there's love coming in. After going in though, you have to go in. This is the part you can't skip. So there's the part like I like saying like you go in but you haven't, because you still keep looking outside of yourself for that which you only you can give. So for the people that have gone in, now you're coming out, and look at this. there still might be conflict, arguments, or competition, I feel like, or just energies that just don't want to see you win in that kind of way, like, or whatever the case may be, right? It doesn't matter, right? Because you're flying over that. You're flying over that in every kind of dynamic kind of way, right? And tapped in, turned on, tuned into your intuition too, right? Look how powerful that is. Tapped in, turned on, tuned into your own intuition, to your own divine expression, right? You could be 27 years old, right? You could have been born in 1962, 1967. Life path number 9. Life path 1, 6, 3. But yeah. Okay. So hopefully now without any kind of interruption. But hold on. Oh. Right. So, anyways, like, so the whole point too that I'm trying to make about the hermiting and the going alone at it for all that are here, right? Because, like with the owl itself, right? In the spirit animal kingdom, right? It's tied to, supernatural, right? Being supernatural and having supernatural gifts, right? While owls mate kind of like, I don't know if they mate for life, but I want to say that they do. Right? um they although they partner, right? Like they roost. They roost with each other. They love on each other and all this kind of stuff. um they hunt alone. Okay. So those of you that are tapped in, turned on, tuned in with me, it's it's similar to that with you, right? Like with you with an owl, right? Um, although you compare, you hunt alone, and you don't go according to other people's, like you beat to your own drum. It's like, I don't know. But you don't go by other people's guidelines, right? Um, right. So like, so and like, think of the hoot of the owl. Hoo, hoo, hoo. When you do that sound, right? Hoo, hoo. When you get it a rumbling, like it's gonna come from your belly, right? And so it's like a lot of your own spiritual like framework, right? Um, it comes from within, this hermit. You also have Virgo somewhere in your chart too. You have Gemini in your chart. Could be a water sign, um, fire sign, all signs on deck. All right, let's see who's here actually. Okay, let's see who's here. Hi, thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. This is your opportunity to like this video. If you have not already liked this video, like, what are you waiting for? Either way, thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. If you like what you see, definitely go to my description box, because you will see my Amazon shop affiliated link, and you can click on that and shop what I shop too. So it doesn't have to be like, oh, I wish I had what she has too. You can have it too, right? We share. Sharing is caring, right? Over here. And if you're interested in anything that you see, right? If I got it from there, obviously, I will share that which I desire to share. Or if there's anything that you see that I haven't shared that you checked out over there and stuff like that, then ask me. You know what I'm saying? Communication is key. But definitely go check out in the description box all links that link us and stuff like that. But definitely my Amazon shop. And all this kind of stuff. I will be highlighting different things that I forgot to check before I came on to see anything else that has been purchased so I can share with that, highlight it like I did in one of the other videos and stuff like that. So I will be doing that and things like that, but naturally, not forcibly. um, so let's see who's here, beautiful soul. Let's see who's here. Okie dokie. Beautiful. Okay. You could be 41 years old. Okay. You could have been born in 1960. You could be life path number 8. You could be a Sagittarius. You could be a Capricorn. You can be a Scorpio. You could be a Leo. You could be life path number 6, life path number 1, life path number 5. You could have been born in 1965. You can be a sun in Libra. You could be life path number 5. You could be a sun in Sagittarius, a sun in Scorpio, a sun in Cancer, because I see it here on the side, because remember, these have so many sides, right? Could be life path number 1. You could be born in 1961, 1991, 1993. You could be 21 years old, 27 years old, 52 years old, 51 years old. You could have been born in 1985, 1984, 1986, 1981, 1982, 1985, 1993, 1999, 1994, 1992. Or these could just be years and stuff that are significant to you. Okay, we're gonna go over some angel numbers: 119, 613, 851, 185, 651, 126, 418, 512, 712. 8-7. These could be birthdays too, like July 12th, August 7th, August 12th, January 19th, January 9th, January 30th, January 18th, February 6th, February 14th, June 5th, June 1, May 8th, May 26th, May 27th, May 7th, May 12th, September 1, September 6th, June 6th, 1966. Yeah, it'll be like that. It'll be 47, 1972, 1987. Yeah, it could be like that. You could have a Mars in Sagittarius, Mars in Scorpio, Mars in Libra. You have a North Node, South Node in Libra. in Capricorn too. I see Taurus. I see Leo again. Yeah. You could have a Venus in Sagittarius, a Venus in Scorpio, a Venus in Capricorn, Venus in Scorpio twice. Ooh, Venus in Scorpio. Okay. You could be 58 years old, 48 years old, 68 years old, 61 years old, 60 years old, 62 years old, 57 years old. You could have been born in 1977, 1974. You could be 24 years old, 42 years old, 43 years old, 45. Okay. Okie dokie. Right? Be Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Scorpio, right? It could be 43, 41, 49, 46, 48, 1984, 1994, 1964. 37 years old, 1991. Okay. 44, be life path number 8, life path number 7, life path number 3, life path number 6 and 1, life path number 4, life path number 2, all life paths on board. Okay. All right. Moving on. So, anyways, right. Moving on. Literally, right? So I just like happened to click into like my Instagram, and when I opened it, guess what I see? An owl. An owl. So yeah, so talking about owls, right? Right. Let's get back into talking about owls. I love that, right? Um, well, we were saying about the hunting before, but well, one of the things that's important to like with owls and stuff is community, right? And individuality, right? With the whole hunting alone, but yet mating, right? Um, right? But the community is important. And wisdom and discernment is exceptionally and especially important, right? Because especially with this whole like internet and and the way of life now of how we all can communicate and be a part of one another's lives without being in each other's lives, like, it's easy to get swayed by opinions and rumors and trends and all these things that can add pressure to ourselves and our lives and make us feel undervalued, underappreciated, easily not seen. We take things personally. And so this kind of framework within a community, like I had seen it, right? Where was the three owls? Where was that? Right here, the Three of Cups, but do you see how they're gathered together, right? Especially if you're here, like, and I say that those that I connect with and things like that in that kind of way, I know that there's some level of you that's eccentric and quirky and unique, right? Because that's just it. Like we draw in that which we are, like in certain kind of degrees and manners, no matter the type or the style, or like you're quirky, you're eccentric, you're one of a kind, right? You're one of a kind. And so, right, and so you stand out. And so working like with the owl energy, right, it's odd, right? It's like even like I say, it's odd. And look at his outfit, and then but look at what's in his mouth, right? Like the owl always catches its prey, right? It's also a carnivore, right? And it takes care of its home, and it has keen focus upon that which it creates, right? So um this is a wonderful opportunity time to focus on your home, and those that you love, right? Like going back to the other message before, right, with the person that I shared about um ruining a proposal and all this kind of stuff. Like, not to ruin that which is here because you think something is supposed to look a certain type of way or something like that. And it's just, it's like a house cleaning, a mind cleaning, like bringing clarity, um and prophecy that is accuracy in our own world, right? So yeah, I like that. It's so easy that it's easy to fall off track when you're trying to do something. It's like, like even when you're trying to do a new routine, or you're trying to implement a new something that you're transmuting. So for the transformation, you're applying this or something like that, right? um but whenever we neglect any aspects of ourselves in any kind of particular way, like it affects the whole, right? So right, owls have a protective nest, right, that they create, right? And they know where to put it, how to place it, um to make it safe, right? They're so like, so think about that, like their ability to see from afar, right? They're so observant, right? The the ability to be able to settle down in a space, like a on a tree, on a limb, right? On a tree, on a limb, right? To to wait patiently, to watch patiently, silently, quietly, right? um and what does that teach us? That teaches us, right, like um how wow, if only we give time to that which is being created, how elusive, like how have we previously ignored certain kind of things. Like you begin to be amazed at how much um important details you begin to notice about stuff, right? Because, right, our world is filled like with so much layers of symbolism, of meaning, of depth, of sea, right? And owl, right, gives us new eyes. And that's how I felt about this. I had a set of new eyes, right? It's supposed to be a butterfly, but it turned into an owl, right? And so this is my owl butterfly. Like I said, all the symbolisms of, but the growth and the transformation into these important details that I may have missed because I was looking for something else, and I was missing the important detail that was revealing itself to me, right? So when our energy is surrounding our soul, right, we can look at the past, the present, and the future, right, with uncanny accuracy, right? Because you're looking at it from such a discerning and such an enlightened perspective, right? So this is helpful. This in sizing up the people in our life, right? And in doing so, that might make things sometimes uneasy because you gotta do certain things, right? You gotta cut certain type of people off. You gotta um make your nest as safe as can be, right? So So being able to release and put down, right? Owl ain't carrying a lot of stuff, right? It travels light, yet it gets what it wants, right? So to be able to put down one's burdens, right? To not be able to hold yourself back, right? So it's about destiny, right? And releasing baggage as well, right? So, but it's also facing um the shadows and the fears and moving beyond that so that you can find your true happiness at that, so the wheel turns, right? um Granted, it can seem daunting, but the support, right, of the wings, right, the how strong, right, the owl wings, right, their wings of comfort, their wings of nourishment, their wings of safety, right? um so it's a great spirit animal totem to have, especially when in regards to concerns you might have about unknowable things, right? So I was great for assisting to move forward in movement and not to just sit idle on the sidelines, to actually be, even if you're still, proactive in your stillness, right? So it's owl is seen and known for the ability of second sight, right? Because that's part of their majestic beauty, right? Having this second sight, this perfect like antenna, this perfect reception, right? Right? Into how they hear. This is tapped in, turned on, tuned into that Clara audience of life, right? Because like their ears too, they're not symmetrical, right? One is higher than the other. That's why they got that interesting kind of face or whatever, right? Like one side is like higher than the other. This allows them to hear sound separately from in each individual ear. Like think about that perception of heightened sound. So chances are too, those that are tapped in, turned on, tuned in, if this is like one of your spirit animal totems too, you have the ability at Clairaudience, right? This ability to hear beyond that which is typically um received by the mundanes, the humans of this world, right? It's true hearing. It's true hearing. It's hearing despite whatever words or apparent emotions could be coming from anybody that's speaking or the messenger or whatever the case may be. It's true hearing. It's hearing beyond the veils of illusion, right? People can talk a good game, but I won't be fooled. Like, So you could have buzzing sounds in your ear. You can, your ears can get muffled, right? You can hear ringing in your ears. You have popping sensations. You can feel like when you're flying on an airplane. You can hear other things that other people just can't hear. You can travel through dimensions with your hearing, which realms you can tap in. Your ears probably vibrate too, right? They get warm, they get hot, they get cold, right? They have your sensors on your sensors on your ears take off. They might sometimes feel like they're on fucking fire, right? They can feel like that. They can feel when they're buzzing and it don't stop, right? Or when you pick up and you shift or you channel. When you channel, forget it. The hearing, the amplification, the travel through, right? Or when you're lucid dreaming and your ability to hear in other realms of existence and still be lucid, right? So it it's about authenticity, right? An owl can hear through someone's words with clarity, right? It's also about a person's auric vibration, right? It's the same thing like with musical vibration and sounds and all these kind of things. A person's auric vibration. You might be able to see auras too, or sense it, or see in your own unique kind of way. You know when someone's lying to you. You can sense something coming, but also some of us come from trauma, drama, and all that kind of stuff. So it's like not mixing the trauma, drama and the healing and all that kind of stuff with clairaudience either, because it could be a little bit roller coaster ride when you're learning to discern from your own crazy or your own trauma and also spirituality. So there's a lot of traveling of dimensions of truth to get comfortable in your own abilities too, right? But especially with owls, right? Like you can see deep into the souls of others, right? See inside the spiritual beings inside the human bodies, right? A lot of that, a lot of these could be like Reiki kind of healers too, and things like that. I don't like to say a lot of these because it's not. Hopefully one day it will be. But definitely whoever's here tapped in, turned on, tuned in, you know shit about people. That's probably why people might tune you out or shun you too, because it's just awkward and uncomfortable to be seen with such depth that they're not prepared for. You might make people feel uncomfortable being around you because they know that you see them. Wow. So we're healing that aspect too of feeling like rejected. Because you're not. People reject seeing their own mirror, not you. Let's see what that means in this one. What more can this Cups owl family ask for? They're enjoying a beautiful day in the meadow and feeling deep happiness in their hearts. Coming together and spending time with the loved ones is a common ritual in the Parliament of the Cups. The Cups owls know that being in a supportive community and celebrating their accomplishments will bring more harmony and wealth to each individual. I love that. This is your time to fly joyfully under the rainbow with your family and friends, chosen family and friends. Congratulations on completing one of your biggest goals, right? This is to come, this is here, this is now. An important reminder from the owl guardians. Remember that divine happiness is not only about the money that you make or being successful on paper. When you share the excitement with others is when you will truly feel fulfilled. Gather your feathered friends and celebrate your massive win, right? I love that. Right? And for those, I'm going to read it from reverse too, because this is 50-50 too. Right? Suggest that not all is what it seems. The life that is being portrayed might look picture perfect with smiles plastered on everyone's faces, but that is not what is truly being felt on the inside. Always be true to what brings you joy and don't let others decide how you should feel. Your rainbow is waiting for you. So fly toward your goals with your heart fully open and you can achieve anything you desire. I love that. Let's heal that aspect. Remember, if there's anything that you like that you see, definitely go check out my Amazon shop because I am sharing things that I get that I actually like. I'm never going to put nothing in the shop that I don't like just because I want to put stuff in the shop. I'm only going to put stuff that I actually really like and about tarot cards and all this kind of stuff. For those of you that don't know and you're new here, I have over 200 and growing still, 200 plus more. And I would have had more, but I had done a purge years ago that had wiped out another like 200 to 500 cards that I had up until that point. So I would have had more, but I already had a purge and then I started collecting again. So I'm only going to be sharing the stuff that I like honestly like. So, you know, let me help you not waste your money. And if you have a question about any decks and be like, hey, any chance you have this one, what do you think about it? Feel free to ask because that's what I'm here for. Because chances are I probably have a deck. I don't know. Wait, there's so many decks. I'm just saying, like, you know, whatever. But yeah, so yeah. But yeah, what other messages from the owls, right? Just, it's great. It's great to be able to see with clarity. One more message. Judgment. I'm going to read it from the book. Three owls who were in a deep and healing sleep have just been awakened by the judgment owl. During their slumber, they learned many new things about themselves and their lives. Sleep not only healed their physical body, but their mind and soul as well. Now that they are awakened, they realize they are brand new owls, and they are weary that their family won't know who they are anymore. Before sending them home, the judgment owl shares a little piece of advice. Others see you how you see yourself. So decide who you judge yourself to be. Judgment is not about others judging you for your actions, but more about how you are judging yourself. Drawing this card means that you are being reborn as a new person with a new identity, and the judgment owl is asking you to be confident and own who you are. Be proud of who you have come to be and stand in your power. Spread your wings and show the world your magic. You have permission. If you love who you are and feel worthy, then there is no one out there that can take that away from you. Don't be so hard on yourself by passing judgment on insignificant things. Life is not about being perfect, because there is no such thing as perfection. Instead, allow yourself to show up as who you desire to be, even if that means you have colorful feathers and sharp claws. Take it easy on yourself and stop worrying about what others will think. It doesn't matter what they think. It only matters what you think and what you feel. I love that. Okay? I love that. Owls also symbolize the feminine energies, right? The moon and the night, the yin energies, right? They're birds of magic and sorcery, I want to say too, right? And darkness, right? Prophecy and wisdom, like things like that. So, um, which is also why it's linked to the goddess Athena as well. But it's 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 the ability to be able to see that which others might miss, right? And that's you, right? And right, because they're night creatures, right? They hunt at night. Um, they have keen eyesight, right? Keen hearing, right? And they they truly have the gift of seeing what is truly beneath every single surface, right? And not be deceived by appearance. And that's a great spiritual rebirth to have that ability, because you shed all of you, the false aspects, the peeling back all the layers of layer that you are, and it's still continuous. So to show up naked in your power, in your truth, right, is to be as authentic and real as can be. that anybody that's not standing in their truth, you see that clearly, like, you're not even there, right? So in this rebirth too, like, others might really feel uncomfortable in your presence because they're not fully in their, and the human is going to talk right now, right? Because I understand this experience. This one can feel lonely, right? Because people don't want to be in your presence because they're not living up to their fullest potential. And although you're not judging them, they feel judged in your presence. And so therefore it's not shade to you, but it's just uncomfortable to be, right? In the presence of someone that is, no matter how, what way you see, they're presenting you with a mirror that you're just not ready or wanting to see at that time. And so it's like denying the shadow aspects of certain kind of things. And so even though it's like you're a walking moldavite. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna try to add that in the community board by the time you get this video, because all videos are previously recorded and aired at later dates. Check the community board. Hopefully I added it. But are you the moldavite people? I've posted that. But like, you're like walking moldavite, right? Because you activate and you trigger people into transformation and growth, whether they're ready for. It's like, I hear you, Laura Hill, ready or not, here I come, you can't hide, I'm gonna find you and make it. Well, I don't know the words, but you get what I'm saying. So like, it'd be like that, ready or not, here I come, you can't hide, right? And so that's how it be, right? So during these transitions, right, it's a major transition, and it's a dark one. It's coffin, it's scorpionic energy too, right? Death, rebirth, right? It's death into the night, right? It's a transition from the night, right? Right, light and right, judgment here. Who needs a man? I like this because it's funny. Like, although all genders and whatever be here. Who needs a man, right? Who needs a partner when you handy? But don't be with that attitude either if you're single, especially if you want a partner, even if it's not now, even if you're in the position that you want to work on you and you want to establish yourself, and as you should, right? As you should be self-sufficient and all this kind of stuff, right? Don't be with that attitude, like, against that which you future down the line want to make, because that shit is just going to close your door right slap in your face, because you're going to make manifest that for yourself, that which you say. Like, what is that when they say, be careful what you say, because you might get exactly what you say and not what you want, some shit like that, like, you know what I mean? So be careful what you say during this transition, right, to the other side. Be careful what you say, right? Don't be talking down upon. That's what I was talking about, that emasculating and all this kind of stuff. Don't be like, I don't need a man, I don't need a man. But deep down inside, you want a fucking man. Or you want a relationship eventually, maybe not right now, but you would want one. So if that is what you eventually will want down the line, then the last thing you need to be saying right now during this transition is, who needs a man? You will, when your ass is lonely, horny, and wanting to grow in the family and stuff, like, that type of shit from this conditioned land. Because I'm not saying everybody wants that, but it's a biological need too, and function to crave and want some kind of pleasure, fulfillment, and we have desires, we have wants. We can't deny these natural feelings that we have, that'll come up eventually on our path. You know what I'm saying? Because judgment's here. Judgment's here. And if you want to talk like that and you don't really mean that, so that's just an exampling, right? So it's like like this too. I hear, look at that, about a house. Oh, I don't need a house, but deep down you want a house. Stop talking like that. I don't need to get passionate. I'm not yelling, I'm not scolding, and I'm not judging anybody. It's just I'm a very passionate, intense being. I got strong ass Scorpio in my chart too. And fire and all this other water kind of shit. And just I'm explosive. So I seem intense. And I say it with just conviction because don't self-sabotage. I say it with love. And love is fucking fiery. Love is passionate. Love is, you're gonna feel that shit. It's all consuming. Right? So decision. You got decisions to make, right? About this judgment that's here during this transition period, right? Because if not you, then who? If not now, then when? Right? And so that attitude, right? Don't fix your attitude in regards to the things that you want, because a lot of it comes from your conditioning, and that shit might be self-sabotage. You might be speaking somebody else's language, like from this like lack-minded mentality, like saying, oh, like learning how to fix I don't have the money for that right now till, oh, I'm excited to purchase the tickets to that show because I'm looking forward to seeing that show, instead of I don't have the money to buy for the show right now. I'm looking forward to purchasing the tickets for that show because I'm excited to see the show. It's like adjusting your speech like that. You know what I mean? Like adjusting your speech to serve you. And if you like, so it's also listen to what you're saying before you say it. So before spitting it out, think about what it is that you're about to say, and is that really what you want to say? Because the power of your words, judgment's here. Prim and proper. We're gonna be prim and proper up in this bitch, right? Like holy saint. Listen, that's not gonna be my attitude, because you know what? I might want, like, at least don't close the door for yourself. Like be like, oh, I already know. I already know. I don't need a man. I don't ever want a man. I'm done with relationships in this life, right? Careful what you say now, because you might get exactly what you say, not exactly what you want, right? Um, that might be the truth for now, but don't close the door into that future. Like, you know, the complementary partner for me can't miss me, right? I'm excited for, or you don't have to be excited if you're not excited about it, but like, you get what I mean? Like, don't close the door into something that could be futuristic for you, especially if you really don't mean what you're saying, and you're just coming from a bitter space or a hurt space or a trauma drama space. Hold on, I gotta get my cat. Another one. Andromeda. Hi, sweetheart. Here, you can go from here. Like, move all this shit. Okay. Right. So yeah, like watch your tongue. For real, during this transition, because it's a rebirth of you. So don't be right. Deadly be the mouth. As within exudes on out. Watch your word. Write it down. If you don't know how to watch your words by what you say, catch it, write it down, and read it back to yourself and be like, yo, is this what I really want to say? Is this what I want to manifest? Is this really what I'm creating? What is it that I'm asking? What is it that I'm writing? What is it that I'm seeing? What is it that I'm doing? You know, keeping positive, right? Keeping positive. keeping positive, ridding yourself of that negative talk, that that settlement talk. Like thinking, like be mindful how much value you're giving yourself in what you say. It's like the thing what I was saying about the house. Like your conditioning may have made you say that because there's a deep part wound, inner wound, child healing that needs to heal, that doesn't believe you can get one. But deep down, if I could, I would want one, right? Let's say if nothing can fail and everything can go right, would you have one if you could? Yeah, so ask yourself in these kind of ways, you know what? Like if I could, I would. Like, fuck that. Like, why not? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, watch how you sing. Make sure it's prim and proper, right? Watch, you have decisions. Act like you know, right? Act like you know. These be the seeds you sow. You know what I'm saying? Lovers want to pop up again. Right? Keep it positive. So if you want this, you got to keep it positive, especially during this transition. Even if up until this point, love has failed you in some kind of way, or relationships have not been so great, right? You still haven't found the one, you still haven't, like, whatever, like, doesn't matter. If this is what you want, whatever way that it looks like for you, then you need to be prim and proper, keeping it positive. And if you're in a relationship, right, and you're working on your own healing now, and you have a supportive partner, be careful how you keep it positive with yourself, because you don't want to make your partner feel like you don't need them. Okay? Okay. Okie dokie. That's for somebody. And include them. Even if they don't want to be fully included in everything, include them. Right? Because imagine if your partner was going through a transition, a transformation, a rebirth, and they're going through all these unknowns. And imagine how you would feel if they didn't include you. You know what I mean? Be mine. Listen, do you see that? Do you see that? Be mine. Won't you be? Won't you be? A break? Need a break. Hey, be mine. Need a break. Don't be afraid to express yourself. And that's the big key right here, too. Right? To have somebody that could be yours, that you could be yourself with, and who allows you to be yourself. Because that's what I'm seeing here. Somebody that will allow you to be yourself. The person that's going to be for you, the complementary partner too, is always going to allow you to be yourself without asking you to change, right? But don't be afraid to express yourself. And this could be too a new chapter too in your own personal relationship of this new, because when you're coming out of this rebirth, this unknown, right, a new you emerges. It's an extension of you. It's an infinite expansion of you. It's not so much that it's unknown, it's just recovered or uncovered or unlocked, right? You're unlocking yourself. Wow. Naughty. Okay, it says I'm shook, and you could be scared, right? So we're not gonna let self-sabotage get in the way of this transition, because it's a massive one. It's a massive transition. So let's heal, right? The self-saboteur, right? Because we're going to be prim and proper up in here, because you got love that you are calling in, that you're magnetizing, that you have a supportive partner that you could be naughty with, you could be positive with, you could be yourself with. And this might scare you. Having a, oh my God, for the ones that this applies for, this scares you. Being so vulnerable and accepting that you actually have a freaking supportive partner that got your back, that takes care of you, that supports you, right? That is your lover, that is your friend, that allows you to be yourself. And it's like, huh? You exist? So for those of you that have yet to experience that too, yeah, guess what? You could have that. And you're going to be with that face too. So you got decisions to make about this judgment that you're making. Can it happen for you? Do you really believe that? Or not? What's it going to be? Through this transition, can you really have that which you believe or say that you can have? Or you're too shook to claim that, proclaim that, to affirm that, to act the, hi baby, hi little girl, right? So what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Right? I put a spell on you, baby. That's right. And so here you are, in your power, in your divinity, in your all know. Own it, work it, ride it, spell it out, script it, rise, transformed, right? Rise, transformed. And this appears concealed to you too, right? It's hidden. This hidden side of you that's coming out, don't be afraid to express yourself, because it's necessary for this transformation, transition that's taking place right here. And I even hear like it's gonna have other people like this about you too, especially those that have counted you out or were not nice or tried to sabotage you. The hidden secrets coming out because of your coming out. Wow. So stay positive. Because the you that is going to be expressing itself has a lot to say, a lot to gift, a lot to share, to create. You have a lot to create. You have so much to create. Whether it's a new baby, whether it's a new project, whether it's content, whether it's patenting, if you patent something, starting something, building something. You might be timid and shy about the something, but don't be, right? Lifesaver, right? Don't be. And look at best friends, right? And so yeah, so the tribe and the connections that you're making now matter. They matter. And they're unveiling new chapters of life that is going to have you on some kind of luxurious rise, wealth, self, health, vacation time. Strong. So for more DIY, strategize, and content that is evolutionary, revolutionary, cosmic, and quantum, and so super beneficial to the awesomeness of you, to the dopeness, to the greatness, to the expansion, to the elevation, to the evolution of you. For just 99 cents, you can be gifted so much, privy to so many awesomeness of things that will benefit you, that you can connect with, and just learn so much more. Yeah, so here we are. You could also go to witchyutopian.com and schedule one-on-one time with me, especially if you want to learn your own meditation blueprint. If you want to dive into your own intuitive powers and stuff like that too, and spiritual gifts, for one-on-one coaching, for child empowerment coaching, and all that other kind of stuff, tarot readings and product services, and just to sign up for free, go to witchyutopian.com. You could also follow for free on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS, the one and only, that's me. Or you can subscribe there too for 99 cents and be gifted immediate access to exclusive content shared nowhere else, where you'll get DIY, strategize, recipes, tarot, oracles, content shared nowhere else. You get to ask me certain kind of things. You get one-on-one DM privilege, recipes, printables, so much. You get quantum banks for your buck over there at just 99 cents. Also, remember to check the description box, all links and everything that you need. There's a master link that connects us on every single metaverse platform that is available for you and I to further connect upon. And so yeah, and so these are my personal oracle activation cards. You can use them for meditations, meditate upon the image itself and script upon it, and dive into your own deepest insights and stuff like that. So either way, these are not for sale. I'm not selling these to you. These are mine. But I am sharing them. These are activators. Okay. And yeah, so you can definitely check all of that out. And where am I? Yeah, hold on, I'm sorry. Alrighty, so I want to thank you all so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with I in every single kind of way. I am thankful, grateful to each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Yes. Oh, yes, I have a party to plan too. There's just so much to catch up on. But either way, thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. Till next time. Come again.